My sons, attack the gates.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. My brain is always melting. Although it is accentuated by the warmth. It's supposed to be like 30 next week, that's not going to be fun. Hello. Also, apologies to Ragdoll for... At the end of last stream, you did a fish pun, and I replied with a disapproving face. And I just want to apologise for the fact that I just assumed that was miss. I saw a fish pun, I assumed it was missed. Hello. How you doing? You alright? We all good? Hopefully we're alright. Oh, no, okay, well, that's problematic. Good puns. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Clip Studio does not like me streaming right now, so I'm just gonna reset it and open it up again. Sweaty arting, absolutely. Try this again. Sometimes it's a combination of things. Oh no, that's fine. We're alright now. Good. Cool. Life's grand. Right. Willkommen to Strem. The professional start. We've dropped 100 frames already. That's impressive. Not sure where they are. Carpet needs a hoover, so it might have dropped between the dust. Stay hydrated. I have plenty of water and water-based drinks around me. I always do. If anything, I drink far too much. Disapproving face is an appropriate response to a pun regardless of who says it. Yeah, I guess so. It's just, you know, I usually leave that sort of response to Miss because Miss deserves it purely through repetition and longevity. You know, when someone does it out of the blue, it feels a little off to be doing that at the first instance. So, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, music. Let's get some music. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be loud. Ah. And I'm gonna stick it on shuffle. Right. So, Strem. FF9 indeed. Boom. This is the first thing I drew today. So, did I mention it's hot? It's Viviv. It's Viviv. Best character. I've been playing Final Fantasy IX. This is the main character of Final Fantasy IX. I don't care what anyone says. So yeah, right. Explanations. We're doing stickers today, and this month's stickers, as well as last month's watercolors, were sent off on Thursday. Yes, Thursday. So hopefully you'll get those soon enough. As are some of the people who wanted me to store up a few months worth of stuff. They've all been sent off as well. I'm currently designing in my own time next month's stickers, which are going to be October themed, by which I mean that.
My sons, attack the gates.
There's going to be another one in a second, hang on. Pause for thought.
My sons, attack the gates.
Right, yes, so they're going to be October and Company stickers next month, because I just want to get 2 lots done in one go so I can start releasing them on the beginning of the month again. And what we're going to do today is we're going to design August's stickers, so we're a bit ahead. The theme, there is, just a reminder, there is a suggestion box for themes for the sticker sheets. There's a few left that I think might be good, but feel free to add more. There was one I was going to do. I was going to do, one of the suggestions was like microscopic organisms and stuff, so like little sort of bacteria and fun microscopic creatures, but I feel like maybe now's not the right time for that in the middle of a global viral pandemic. So we'll leave that one on the back burner for now, and instead I'm going to go with rock. Yay. I'm going to go with video game characters on holiday, or on vacation, or what have you. So, and I've been playing Final Fantasy IX, so we're going to do Vivi first. Because why not? This is a warm-up doodle, that's got nothing to do with it. So, yeah, if you have a suggestion of what video game character you want to be drawn having an enjoyable summer holiday, do let me know. I don't know quite what to do with Vivi just yet. I want there to be something about it that's not just, you know, is Solid Snake in sunglasses. No, just a bit more, something a bit cleverer than that. But also, what does Vivi look like? I've only ever drawn Vivi once, and that was 10 minutes ago. No. I'm breaking things. Everything's exploding. How about sort of... It's difficult... It's odd to be drawing a head shape for something that doesn't have a discernible head. But, yeah, it's just... Oh, I've done the thing again. Have I mentioned I haven't drawn anything today? Pretty accurate draw what you drew earlier. Could have kept that, I guess, for... What have we got? Wait, well, there's that good Dali. Best village theme. I was watching the Final Fantasy Relay thing on RPG Limit Break. They played through 14 Final Fantasy games. There's a race, 3 teams, relaying, each person playing a different game. You watched a lot of that too. It was good. I watched all the ones that I've played. And they said that this music is a remix of the village theme from Final Fantasy 1. And having listened to the village theme from Final Fantasy 1, that's not true. So... It's the same feel, it's definitely reminiscent, but the melody, the harmony, the chords, everything's completely incorrect. So, yeah, just wanted to get that out there if anybody else saw it. There are bits and bobs from the older games in 9. That's sort of the point of 9, but how do these trousers work? I don't know. Gotta remember it's a sticker, so it's not going to be too detailed. So yes, do have a think at what video game characters you'd like to see relaxing in the sun, or what have you. Just baggy trousers. Baggy trousers. Oh no, that's what I wanted. Hang on. Probably best to sort of outline The one thing I did sort of notice from my playthrough is I don't remember a lot of the music in this game. I don't know why. It's not a bad soundtrack by any stretch of the imagination, I just forgot it. Brad, your immediate thought when you first mentioned your idea was Tonberry. I don't want it to be all sort of Final Fantasy stuff, but I will happily draw a Tonberry. I'm self-proclaimed Tonberry fan. I learned to make plushes just to have a Tonberry plush, so yeah. Yeah, the only other idea I had explicitly was like Kirby in an ice cream cone. That was it, really. Again, this was a quick replacement for the idea of microscopic organisms and stuff. So we should get some good ideas, some fun stickers, but. We get away with like sunglasses. Is that a thing we can do on VV? So I was trying to work out a way to incorporate the Black Mage hat as an umbrella, and I've just worked out that's how to do it. Spyro and or Rayman, good suggestions. How will we incorporate them into a summer aesthetic? Also, hi Miss, how you doing? I don't know what's happening, but you heard recommended video game characters. Yes, so the theme is going to be video game characters on holiday, or whatever. I can't remember the exact wording, but like summer holiday, relaxing in the sun, good times. Doing good? Alright. I have taken an impromptu week off, by which I mean nothing was working this week, so I just went, screw it. So I spent most of it playing Final Fantasy IX, which is why I'm drawing Vivi. Maybe a barbecue for Spyro, that's a cool idea. Yeah, I'm playing a randomizer of Final Fantasy IX, which doesn't change an awful lot. It changes the moves of enemies and what you can learn from equipment. But it was a good way of playing the game slightly fresh, slightly fresher than usual. And it was a good time right up until the final dungeon when everything broke. And I couldn't kill Tiamat because the game froze. But yeah, I'm just taking this week as a kind of hard reset point. Some bits and bobs to catch up with, and then we'll go back to it. Yeah, so. I have no idea where this music's from. What is that? Oh, right, okay, I get it. It's fine, this appears in a single cutscene, and you can skip cutscenes in the in the PC version. Although this cutscene's pretty good. So yeah, all sort of shaded by the hat. Kind of working on that too, which is why you've been gone so much lately. Just needed a break and needed to do other stuff and still do for the most part. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, maybe this isn't a, a deeply personal thing, and maybe the current events are helping accelerate that kind of thinking. But yeah, people seem to need a little bit of a reset, perhaps. You know, it might not be the most important thing in the world at the moment, but it is nonetheless important. There can be more than one important thing happening. My one criticism is that the head's sort of too long. Can we sort of cover that up with... It's tricky, there's a lot going on here. What with the straw and all that. Trying to avoid the dreaded tangents. I'm one of those people, I'm not deathly afraid of a tangent. In a sketch, it's a problem. But if you're going to colour and shade something, it's not really that big a deal. Because the colouring and shading helps give form to what is otherwise a series of lines. And it's the confusion between the series of lines that makes tangents a problem. And the tangents, they weird me out. Because you know how you get tanned, right? You get tanned by being outside. That's just weird. Hello, Dark. How you doing? And that's one of the great things about me and my brother, is I spend all my time indoors. He spends all his time outdoors. We just completely different skin tones. It's great. Tans of sun radiation cooking your skin, though. That is true. Well, let's not bring the tone down with that, but yeah, make sure to use proper adequate skin protection. Can we have like a kind of little... What's a summery bird? No, seagull? Is a seagull a summery bird? Maybe not. Parrot? Yeah. They're colourful at the very least. Would a parrot fit with this? I just kind of wanted a bird on the hat, to be honest. Toucan played that game. I kind of sort of just wanted it as a little touch. I feel like a toucan should be the centerpiece, you know? Baby Chocobo! Bobby Corwin. Corwin? What was he called? Why did they call a Chocobo Bobby Corwin? I get the abbreviation, but... I will also say that the Chocobo designs in Final Fantasy IX, I think, are my favourite as well. I like the long, stout beak. Just the design on 9 in general. Just, I having played through 9, I've sort of fallen in love again. I just want to live in Lindblom. Is that too much to ask? Where are we? That's a bit much. None of them, if you just type in Chocobo, none of them are from Final Fantasy IX. That's a travesty. See, look at that good long beak. Make you want to continue your playthrough of FF9 on your Switch. It's a good game! I think it's my favourite. I used to think it was a tie between 7 and 9, but having played them both recently, I think it's 9. I mean, you know, I've most recently played the late part of the game, obviously, and that is not the best. Does rather fall apart at the end, but well, they're not well. The very end is a bit weird. The bit just before the very end is quite cool, and then like the 2 hours before that are complete nonsense. But the rest of the game's good. The rest of the game, though, the rest of the game is wonderful. Like any Final Fantasy game, the end is a trip. I think that's why I quite liked 7, because 7 sort of, it keeps its sanity for quite a, well, as much sanity as it had at the start. It kind of keeps that for a decent amount of time, and then it only gets weird when you start getting into like the live stream, which has already been, you know, shown to be a bit weird. They don't go into space, which is a good... Well, they do go... They briefly go into space, but in a rocket, which makes sense, rather than a space whale or whatever. I feel like 7 keeps its head more than most Final Fantasy games. So it's just a bit more consistent. Whether you like that consistency, that's up to you. But 9 has a lot more peaks and troughs, but I think the peaks are worth it. Oh, that's nice. Evolution of the Chocobos. Yep, 9's the best. Right. Moving on from Final Fantasy, let's think of something else. The only other idea I already had was, as I mentioned, there's the Moogle theme. Oh yeah, it's called Moogle theme. How do you draw Kirby? Like longer eyes. No, that doesn't really work. It has to be full to be Kirby. Odd. Kirby is oddly specific. Quite that long. Most of the sticker should be the main focal point. Maybe someone from Hollow Knight, Bugs Thrive in Summer? Could do. I mean, any excuse to draw cloth, and I will. I found out recently cloth was because I think it was kickstarted, wasn't it? Hollow Knight? Or something like that. There was some sort of crowdfunding involved. And I think they said, hey, you can design a character to be in the game. And Cloth was one of those. Wasn't originally a character in the game. And that's weird to me, because I love them. Now it's good. Everybody knows it's extremely easy to draw a circle. See, now the eyes aren't in perspective, it's all going wrong. That's alright, I'll redraw it, it's fine. I can sort that out, it's alright. Draw a square around the edges. Just draw a square, and then circle the square. Easiest thing. How can I make this look more, I suppose, sort of... It's the play. I know this one. That needs work, but I think it's a perfectly viable idea. Spyro and the barbecue. Let's do that. Hang on, I need to... 1 second, I need to turn some lights on. Don't run away! Oh dear. I'm running over cables with my chair. That's not good. I've broken headphones like that before. Oh, you got your stickers and watercolours today. Yay! Hope you like them. I can't remember what ones I gave you. I think there was a Beth in there. Nightmare. I have so many cables dangling down by wheels. It's not good. Good for the makers of the headphones. Spyro. Let's see. I've never drawn Spyro. Let's give it a go. Which design? Are we going to do the old design, the modern design? I think I prefer the modern design. The chunkier. Or should we do that? Where's that really weird one? I can't remember what game it was redesigned for. It just looked really weird. Oh, Stoic and Pal. Ah, okay. What? It's a mashup of Spyro and what was it? A fishtail or whatever. What was it called? You deeply dislike that. That's a fair reaction. Anyway, let's draw some spears. When I'm sort of breathing fire on barbecue. Why didn't I draw this straight and then rotate it, haven't I? That's on me. This isn't still the play music, is it? I think it is. Evidently I skipped through that quite quickly. It's like redacted Sonic from the movie. It's a bit strange. Like it's what is that? What was the film? The animated fish film with Will Smith in it? I always think of it as Car Wash. I can't remember what it was actually called. Shark Tale. That was it. I think I saw that in theatres. Or was that? Was it that, or was it Finding Nemo? It was one of the two. Why were there two animated fish films very close to each other? The Mobster Sharks, yes. Jack Black, I believe, was... Just goes to show. Getting a all-star cast doth not a good movie make. How do you draw end sentence? Do you know what? I played the original Spyro, back in the day. Didn't play Spyro 2, apparently that's quite good. Never realised he had a mohawk. Never noticed that. Anyone suggested Sonic, not Sonic, Sonic, not FF Sonic. I believe FF Sonic had a K in it. That's how you can tell. I'm sure Sonic can appear in there somewhere, eating a chili dog as twere. Hollywood is fueled by drugs and bad decisions. And some more unpleasant things. Hollywood's just not a good place, really. It was good before I did that. What went wrong? That's the Sonic we need. That's not the Sonic we need. It's the Sonic we deserve. It doesn't have to. You just shouting ideas. Look, it's all's good. Ideas are welcome to be shouted. Just Eileen the Crow, Ori, and Hollow Knight, not Sonic. You're suggesting not Sonic? Yeah, make a compelling argument. Yeah, it's just video game characters doing summary activities. That is the theme. So how do these work? I was going to make them smaller than that. That's about the right size. But this is a sticker, so small but recognisable. I'm not gonna lie though, the second you said Spyro, you've been thinking about Ratchet and Clank. I have no knowledge of Ratchet and Clank. I've heard it's a thing, and that's it. I am gonna have to draw a body. That makes sense. And better fire than that, that's for sure. It's like drawing horses all over again. It's gonna be a long sticker. So how do your feet work? Again, it's a sticker. We're not going for particularly for anatomical accuracy or anything like that, but making it look not terrible would be nice. Again, never drawn Spyro. Clown Man! Tricked you into drawing a horse. You tricked me into drawing a fantasy horse. How dare you? So this music feels straight out of Final Fantasy VIII. There are wings as well. That's probably a good thing to put on a dragon. What do we got? Simple back, forward, back. And then, yeah, 2 fingers. There's something there. Hello. Sparrow has wings. Yes, I know. Sparrow has big wings. Isn't it bizarre the bat wings are just big hands? Yeah, it is. When I finally worked that out, by having to draw, I think it was the Hellkite Drake from, for Foggate. When I finally worked out the wings are just basically hands, but just very deformed. Or if you prefer, wings and hands are the same, have the same common root, which are deformed from that. It made drawing wings a lot more sense. Unlike that sentence. In Sims Splayed Out, you can see all the fingers and such. It's cool. I like it. I like, you know, it's like that. I think we mentioned this last time. That feeling you get when you're looking at your feet and you're like, these are just really weird hands, aren't they? Or more accurately, your hands are really weird feet. On behalf of Try, you'd like to suggest someone/thing from Breath of Fire. I think purely by virtue of Try's Patreon doodle requests, I will end up drawing everything from that game at some point. Or a Link. A Link probably is a more accessible in. Like I said, the only reason I drew Vivi was because I wanted to draw Vivi. Otherwise, it makes more sense to do slightly more recognisable things, because any spares of these stickers will be going up on my shop eventually. I need to advertise those a bit better, as in at all. Vivi's Final Fantasy, yes. I've been playing Final Fantasy 9 and it's really, really good. Big fan. I just want to get, like... Did I say this already? I just want to get every bit of concept art for Final Fantasy 9, put it into a book, and then just look at that book for months. I just love the style of the game. With the possible exception of the main character. Zidane looks weird. You're learning, yes. Sorry, not the main character. The main character's Vivi, we know this. But the character you control. Anyway. Zidane does look, he looks so weird. Like, I kinda get why, there is a reason, but at the same time he looks weird. His proportions are weird. He's... Aiko is really weird, but you don't have to play as her, so it's fine. You suggest a big daddy with a parasol following a little sister. That's a cool idea. I like that. I feel like that should be sticking out there. Just so we get it. draw a mech. It's not really a mech, but guy in a diver suit. It's not really that either. It's in between the two. Well, I guess in between the two would be like the handyman from Infinite. Anyway, that works. That's recognisably Spyro. It's not a good drawing, but oh, it's got a spirally taily thing as well, which I'm not aware of. Guess there has to be something spirally in a character called Spyro. Makes sense. Also, can I say another thing about Final Fantasy IX? A lot more people die than I thought. There's a lot of death in that game. I guess when you look at the story, yeah, makes sense. The story's kind of about that. But, yeah. Just the big daddies, they're good people. They're looking after the little kids. Oh, those time signatures. I'm bigger, chunkier. Spyro has chunky brows. Yeah. Okay, what was next? There was... Have I done a draw through of 9? No. We've only done 7. I was umming and ahhing for the next one as to whether or not to do 8 or 9. I think 9 would be a challenge, because... As I say, the concept art for that game is extremely good and extremely varied. Like, there's not many humans in the game. Most of the characters are like anthropomorphic moles, or... I don't even know what Queen Bran is. Cool, that's there. Lots of animals. I just love... Like, I was playing through and, like, just playing on the Steam version, obviously, it's a higher quality than the 480p CRT version. Queener is Queener, what even is that? And just like noticing that the weapon shopkeeper in Lindblom is like a fluffy Minotaur. I've never seen that character before. Just never noticed that at all, and it's like so much detail put into this. Yeah, I just, again, give me that concept art book. Queener is a Q, yes. Is it a QU? No idea what the Q are. I don't think you're supposed to. I don't think anyone's supposed to. They're like food. That's about it. There's Queener, there's Quail, and Quan? Yes, Quan. Yeah. And that's it. That's all you know. Right. There's also I love all the design. I don't. Obviously, I don't love all of them, but because I'm a nitpicky little so and so. But it's just so charming. The designs of almost everything in the game is just so charming. It's honestly the main characters that let it down. Which is so weird, isn't it? Like, I just for a second, it's completely off topic. Oh yeah, if I type Zidane into Google, I'm gonna get a footballer, aren't I? It's like I don't know what's going on with that. You know what I mean? I just don't know where that came from. It's worse in the game. Like, that's not too bad. Like the CG in the game. I'm trying to find a screenshot of it. Yep, scroll through the questionable internetage. I can't find... even Google is not letting me find. It's like, no, no one wants to see that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No, yeah. Vivi's great. Then again, Vivi does not have a face, so it's fine. Vivi is adorable and has the best character progression in any game I've ever played. Which is so strange, you don't expect that from a Final Fantasy, but it's there. Anyway, what were we doing? We were doing... there's the Big Daddy, there was... Sonic in some capacity, Link in some capacity. We have the Big Daddy Parasol thing, so we'll go with that idea and we'll try and think what to do with the other ones while we're doing. So Big Daddy. I have drawn a Big Daddy before. A long time ago. I'm gonna clarify when I type Big Daddy into Google that I mean Bioshock before I hit enter. Okay, let's simplify this for the purposes of... I need to play Bioshock 2 at some point. I hear there's different designs in that one. Think you're more likely to get that rock film? There's a rock film called Big Daddy. Look, I just typed in Zidane FF9 cutscene and I got lewdly questionable art. So I think just typing in Big Daddy, I'm asking for it really. Ah, this music. This is when the game really falls apart. Anything step related you need to do? Step related? Right. Let's do sort of... How would you draw Big Daddy? They never really did quite capture that in Infinite, did they? They tried with the handyman, but it didn't really get there. I want to start with the body. Again, this is a sticker, it doesn't need to be high detail. Preferably not, in fact. Is there any way to incorporate the drill? Maybe the hand instead of a drill could be... Weren't they making a Bioshock film? Did I imagine that? I don't know why. The whole point of games like Bioshock is to show that you can do that sort of thing without it being a film. And that it can be better, because it's interactive, and thus you can do more things. This doesn't make any sense. Slightly skinnier Big Daddies who actually have hands, the ones with the guns you run into. There's the Rosie. Oh, it's Rosie the Riveter. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, the other big daddies do have hands. They just have, it's their left hand that's still intact. I guess it makes more sense to me. I like the idea of that, but it doesn't quite work in this particular context. So in that case, let's change direction. It's called cheating. Ah. No cheating at all. All the cheating. Much cheat. Are there consequences for this? No. Is it cheating? Yes. So then, okay, so we have. This is Aiko's theme, apparently. Don't think I've ever heard this. It probably plays all the time in Madain Sari or whatever. No, I for some reason have no memory of this soundtrack. With the exception of the main title theme and the escape music. Circular than this one. One thing I also found out about Final Fantasy IX is it was designed by a team in a Square Enix team in Hawaii, which makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of sort of summery, sort of tropical things, particularly with the Chocobo stuff in that game. Could have a picnic basket hanging off the drill. Yeah. It's going to need work, this, but I think the idea's there. I feel like a drill has limited use in maintenance for an underwater city. I feel like better pieces of equipment could have been thought of. Like the riveter makes sense. That's a perfectly sensible tool to be fixing things underwater. To me, it feels like a drill, probably the last thing you want. Spanner? There's a sticker sheet idea. Different Big Daddies with different tools. One that's just a Swiss Army knife. So then how do you drill a hole through someone's chest? See, that to me, I think that's a secondary objective. I know Andrew Ryan probably has, you know, backup plans in mind. But, actually, who made... Was it Andrew Ryan that made them? I guess it was. That's a recognisable Big Daddy, why not? I attempted to do or to write an Outliers story based on Bioshock once. And it was fine, but it was basically the story of Bioshock parodied, and I don't know. I like to think I can do a little bit more interesting stuff than that. But one of my favourite jokes from it was, at some point in the game you come across like a cork board with pictures and lines on it that sort of starts to reveal one of the twists in the game. And I like the idea that we would have that in there, but next to it would be a smaller cork board with just lots of anagrams of Ayn Rand on it. Just to try and come up with the name of the villain, because it's clearly Andrew Ryan is a nod to Ayn Rand. But Andrew Ryan was an interesting man. That's a way of saying it. Maybe their original purpose was drilling foundation support holes or clearing space for expansion. See, that makes sense, the sort of initial construction phase. But do you need that many for maintenance? It seems a bit odd. Like, at least make the drill detachable and replace it with something else. Or maybe it was, and then they just, when everything went wrong, the drills got equipped, and that's how it stayed. And the Big Daddies are just sort of wandering around going, oh, I prefer something else. Where's my other hand? Right, now I need to draw a little sister. Well, so how does that work exactly? Big Daddy and little sister. I guess it's to imply that you are the sibling of the little sister and the maintenance thing is also your parent? It's just as an isolated naming convention, it would have made sense for sort of Big Daddy and little daughter. It's their emotional support drill. Love it. This is the second time we've had the Moogle theme. There are 140 songs in the soundtrack. We have been here for an hour? My word. This is Zidane's theme? Is it? Again, it's like... is this character relevant? No. Little Sister's a bit creepier. True. It's also a good song by Queens of the Stone Age, which is also slightly creepy. More explained in Bioshock 2. Ah, there we go. Gave him the scope for Big Sisters. Oh, that is it. That said, Songbird is pretty cool from Infinite. So they kind of went a different route with that, just one big one, rather than lots of smaller ones. Poor Songbird, I know. I felt really bad for Songbird. Spoilers, I guess. Why is the internet like this? Why are you like this, internet? I hope this is better than my last attempt to draw a child. Or a child-like thing. With the tries Patreon doodle thing, I had to draw a fairy from Breath of the Fire and his face just... You know when you look at like Renaissance paintings and you're like, clearly this artist didn't know how to draw a baby, so they drew an adult but small. Yeah, that's sort of what ended up happening. Don't upset the MLP fandom. I honestly don't really encounter them. Don't really... Everyone keeps talking about them. I've never... Is this loud? It feels loud. This is still Zidane's theme. That. No recollection of that at all. Little sister, can't you find another way? Oh, they're wearing skirts, aren't they? How do you draw someone skipping in a skirt? Is there anything we can do with the syringe? I think of a summary interpretation of a syringe. MLPs, like any other fandom, really, most of them are fine, but arseholes allowed. I mean, yeah. And say bra a lot. With great care. I think we'll leave it. We've got the... Are they barefoot? They are. That's weird. This adds to the creepiness. Have I mentioned that BioShock Infinite, I found its enemy design very lackluster, but the concept art book for that game has some weird stuff in it, and I love it. None of it made it into the game, but it's good. Why are there so few pictures? It just gives me pictures of Big Daddies again. A lot needs fixing it. Ah. Creepy as the little sisters are, they do have necks. I can fix that, it's fine, don't worry. Come sticker production time, I will... We can fix it in the edit. There's a lot of fixing here. Decapitates a child. There's like composer I follow who sort of does live composy stuff on YouTube. Was doing a thing to a piece of film because he does a lot of film music and stuff. And the camera sort of suddenly cuts to some children playing on a beach. And he what he wanted to say was, I like to change the cue to have a different feel when the children come on the screen, because then that sort of accentuates sort of what's going on. But what he said was, I like hitting the kids here because it changes the mood. It's like, yes, it would change the mood. He meant he likes hitting that cue, but he just came out wrong. Very funny. Anywho. Hope you enjoyed my laboured explanation of that joke. This is not how hands work. I'll work that out as well. But the guy did the Animal Crossing music. It is, yes. It was in a... He did a... they got like 100,000 subscribers recently, and they did a compilation of his most silly bits, and that was in there. He did a weird one recently, where he's composing music for being stalked by Danny Elfman. That was a weird one. Guy Mitchell Moore, if anyone wants to look him up. He's like 60 and he has more energy than me. It's annoying. Should not forgive him for killing off Isabel, yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Let's do others. Did we come up with any other ideas? I know we had like Sonic, Link, Eileen. A bit nice to have a Bloodborne one in there. The only thing I can think for Eileen is like, because obviously, as are most people in Bloodborne, there's a lot of layers going on, a lot of you know, shirt plus waistcoat plus jacket plus double jacket plus overcoat plus cloak. It would be nice to give Eileen a kind of summer outfit. Link playing tennis. Magic tennis. How many Zelda games have there been where Link has to play tennis? I can think of at least two. There's the Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past. Keeps plague mask on, wears old-fashioned one-piece swimwear. That might be quite fun. Sort of an old, yeah. Let's look up. Again, this is going to be slightly risky. A feathery parasol, maybe? That'd be quite cool. I like this idea. Let's do that. I have to look up Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Eileen, also, while we're here, best character in Bloodborne. Eileen and Vivi need to hang out. They've both got big hats. You can't see their faces. Everything's good. Threaded cane parasol. Ah. Don't drop it. It'll go all floppy. Again, there's a limited amount of detail I can get into a sticker, but I'll try. Thing is, she's known for the Blades of Mercy, isn't she? So, two smaller parasols. A parasol that breaks off into two smaller parasols. That doesn't quite work, does it? Okay. So, how's this gonna... How is this gonna... Did she keep the cloak on, or? Ah, I know this music. Mostly the music from the start, isn't it? Lowest I can whistle. Ah, that's quite good. So it's sort of. Ooh. Chord progression changes there. Interesting. Let's give a little more jollity to the eyes in this particular instance. That doesn't look jolly at all. Just not angry is what I'm going for. Bucket and Spade Blades of Mercy Summer adaptation. This is the level of detail that is required to make that happen is not something that's necessarily going to happen today, but I like this idea. Yeah, the mask just sort of carries on underneath. We don't really need to go too much detail. Again, this is a sticker. Or maybe a sticker. Again, there'll be a vote. I'd like to get, because I probably won't do too many in this stream, having to work from source material always takes a little bit longer for me, but it's not even that. Sort of, Our mask in particular is sort of more like that, really. Just encouraging a full illustration, probably, yeah. I like the idea she's still got the cape. I don't know if that's a thing. Can I have the cape? Because she's known for the feathery cape. Also, that means she can do her brush off cape gesture. It's not really going to work in a sticker form, but I need to do more figure drawing, by which I mean I need to do figure drawing. Also, this is a sticker, so it's going to be a little less proportional. How to draw? Explain, how to draw? I know this music. When you work it out, please let you know. I would sooner look at your work to work out how to do it than assume you would need the advice. I don't know what the threaded cane looks like, but we'll sort that out. There's some Kingdom Hearts music. What is this? What have I drawn? It's hard to get the chibi proportions with the actual proportions right. Okay, it's like that, but not. You know what I mean? Tell you what, great. Straight legs everywhere. That's how you walk, right? I'll work the rest out as I go. Because what we want is the old style swimsuits. Come on, Eileen, oh, you're gonna be seen on a beach in the sun. Something, 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 something. Come on, Eileen. Okay, so there's lots of styles, of course, but what should we go for? I reckon 2-layered. The Moogles again! The third time! Bloody Moogles. We should have 3 fingers, that's fine. Again, stickers, low detail. It's times like this when I'm just sort of like, why am I the one streaming? Why is this considered streamable? Again, I'll work this out later, properly. For now, this'll have to do. Again, have I mentioned that I haven't drawn anything today? That is absolutely what feet do. This needs to be a lot simpler and a lot less awful. And a lot more stripes. Another good set of stripes on these things. How does the parasol work with the hat? I don't know. Let's make the beak of the hat smaller. She gestures to the camera. Oh, I don't know. Well, we can work on that. More. Link playing tennis. Wasn't necessary, but you have her, thanks. Yeah, we got her something. Displeasure, probably. That wasn't necessary of you. Just, it wasn't necessary of you. Yeah. So here's the problem. If you want to draw a link, which one do you draw? There is no consistent style in the Legend of Zelda Extended Universe. I guess in this instance, have we? I'm sure we've heard this as well. Yeah, Toon Link makes the most sense, I guess. Or the one from that game that everyone likes. Ooh. Dangerous ground there. Do you know what? I'm going to draw. I'm not going to, but I quite like the idea of drawing. Why can I never find a good picture of the thing I want to talk about? I want to draw that one. Flat link, yes. Flink. Here we are. I am well rendered. It is impressive how janky they made him look, given how talented the designers on those teams are. It's surprisingly hard to make something look not very good if you are actually good. I wouldn't know, but I have seen. You can tell when people who are actually good at these things try and make something look not good. It doesn't quite work. Yes, so I don't know. How do tennis? Gonna type in tennis. Get some poses. Like a kind of. This music again. Wear much white and miss ball with racket plus tennis. I guess you meant equals. Attempted to whistle there. Absolutely failed. This is terrible. Nope. A lot of the poses you get when you just type in tennis just look really awkward. The problem is tennis is sort of associated with a movement rather than a particular pose. It's like, and there's so many pictures here, almost exclusively of women playing tennis in short skirts, and it's like, really? Really, Google? You always think it's shift to get to the equals. Ah, right. That makes sense. You kind of think that. I don't know. Watching too much Game Grumps and all you can hear is Danny and Aaron saying tennis over and over again. I can't remember that. It's been a while since I've been in the Grumpo-verse. That was one of the few ones where I was actually there when it started. I'm always like 10 years late to everything, but for some reason I was there on day one with that, and then it just sort of, as would happen with daily entertainment, it loses its punch after a while. The Age of John, yes. Back in the Goof Troop days and the Kirby's and such. And because, like you say, like I say, daily entertainment eventually wears you down. So I was one of the few people who, when it changed over to Dan, was actually kind of pleased. I was like, ooh, fresh, something different. Then everyone else went mental. There's never too much Game Grumps. I mean, there's... How many years have they been doing this now? Like 6 or 7? Honestly, same. Yeah, it was just like... I was already starting to get tired of it, and then something came along that made it different. And like Steam Train happened as well, which is nice. Obviously then eventually that got boring, and then I had to take a break, and blah blah blah. You take breaks, and then you come back, and then you got like loads of episodes to catch up on, and then you wear yourself out again. Danny the Usurper, you first disliked, and then he got comfortable, and now you love him. He was a little awkward when he started, but who wouldn't be? I think that the Mario 2 playthrough was sort of enough for me. Nice, that song again. You've only ever known the Grumps as Danny and Aaron. That's perfectly fair. It'll be weird to go backwards. If you started with Danny and Aaron and went back to the John era, it's a lot louder and more chaotic. It's and also Aaron's the straight man, which is weird. That was the weirdest bit of the change, was because Danny's so chill, Aaron had to be the hype one, and that was never the the way around it was before. You don't think you want to? That's absolutely fine. It's, like, there's plenty of Aaron and Dan stuff, it's fine. Be like Steam Train, Barry and Ross. Barry and Ross, surprisingly, I didn't really get into Steam Train to start with. I should draw something. I didn't really get into Steam Train to begin with Danny and Ross. For some reason, didn't quite work. But the Ross and Barry, I mean Barry just in general is great. He streams now. It's wonderful. Love Barry. Barry's great. Dan's been there longer than John was. John was just a year. It's been what, 5 years with Dan now? So it's very much more of a... Yeah, something like that, yeah. I think this is an alright pose if I do it properly. Dad said it's every 6 or 7 year, my word. Has it really been that long? And he's played, what, like 3 games in that time? He never plays the game, does he? Tell a lie, he played Link Between Worlds. And got angry at his thumbs. As mentioned in the most recent Sonic game they're playing through. They still have Sonic games to play. I guess there's a lot of Sonic games. So makes sense. There will never not be Sonic games, yeah. To be fair, they released quite a few, so... Played a few times solo of older games. That was, yeah, I liked the King's Quest. Space Quest. Ones, solo down, chill streams. Just not streams. But they basically were sort of streams, but not live. Was it Space Quest? No, it was King's Quest he did on his own. Did he do... Because I did like the Space Quest ones, the Steam Train ones back in the day. Anyway. He's done King's Quest 2. He likes the Sierra stuff. I like... something a bit more dynamic. Again, legs. What do? Gotta have a headband. We're doing Toon Link. Should probably have paid attention to that before I started posing this out. Nah, screw it, we'll do whatever. Again, this is probably going to need a lot of work. A lot of PP, a lot of post-production. Okay, quick question. This music plays in the one of the many unexplained areas in the game. The one that you're sent to by Kuja, where you can't use magic. How do you pronounce it? Is it Oilivert? Oeliver? Olivert. Olivier? The names in 9 are weird. One of the most important areas in the game is called Bran. Bran Ball. You don't know. Nobody knows. There's oil of wheat bran, yes. Yeah, how can we make this more interesting? I guess this is, rather than being a sweatband, this is like a bangle, what the bracer thing. Oh no, it's a glove in there, isn't it? No, I thought it was a wrist of some description. I mean, we can have a my bob. Triffus. Where music? Where is this? Where is this? Oh, is this the? This has its own music? Why does this bit have this bloody sneaking as Sid the Frog? Oh dear. Just Oliver. Yes, Oilvert. Trevlioi. It's literally easier to say backwards than it is forwards. Best music. Does that make any sense? Not really. Sound like it's going to kick into James Bond music. I would take a Spanish influence to James Bond theme any day. I don't know, I'd have to think a bit more about like Link's outfits and stuff like that to try and make this a bit more interesting, but the only outfit I seem to come across online other than his normal tunic is the one in Breath of the Wild that's like oddly skimpy. As we have ascertained, the internet loves any excuse. The internet needs no excuse. True, that is a good point. That implying that, you know, they actually need an excuse is a gross underestimation of how the internet can react to anything. Link, you're a hell of a lot more flexible than I am. The fandom is thirsty for some ice-cold lemonade. that a pun? Lemon's a thing, isn't it? I don't know. I hear bits and pieces and they stick in my brain and I don't know what they mean. The guy said it's a cute new character from the thing you like, and there's already 20 images of them lewd since the reveal a minute ago. It happens. It's weirder in franchises aimed at kids. Pokemon is an odd world. But also, some of the designers do it. So you can't really... Well, that weird bunny one. With the... It's called a muff, isn't it? The sort of thing... The sort of cylinder that you put your hands in. Sword and Shield was looted before the Nintendo Direct was over. I can't even remember what that one was. Well, we've got 6. Let's do another one and then I'll probably do some more off stream. Most kid fans of Pokemon are in their 30s now, so it's not that hard. That's... I mean, it's still... Just the idea of doing that to something from your childhood is a bit weird. Like, I wouldn't do it with, like, Postman Pat or whatever. It is called a muff. Okay, cool. Not making things up. What else was there? Trying to think of something for Sonic. You still get excited about new Pokemon games as you did then. That's fine. I no problem with actually enjoying the source material. A lot of these things, I mean, Nintendo would be stupid to try and make it only for kids. I think they know their market, but but you can have something that's good for kids and adults. Family oriented, as they say. It's another one I know because it's from the beginning of the game-ish. No real point trying to question why people do make sexy things. Humans are just odd. I mean, the sex is literally how it is one of the linchpins for evolution. It is you cannot evolve without it. So everything in your evolution is going to be geared for it. So, you know, in the same way that we see faces and everything, people just see sex in everything. Weird. For someone like me who doesn't. Like Isle of Armor, which you're torn between just starting or beating all the gyms and going so you can catch everything. You gotta catch them all. That I believe is one of the rules. Yep, my mind has just completely stopped working. What's happening? My mind has stopped working, that's what's happening. I'm trying to think of another appropriate summary thing for a video game character. Trying to think of something for Pikachu. Nope, nothing's going on there. Solid Snake. It was an American marketing slogan. The real point of Pokemon is, oh my god, that is cool, I must make them my friend. Yes. You need to grow attached to them, not just, you know, create a museum of untouched creatures. Even that, there's a weird sort of thing of, I want to make you my friend, and I will do that by making you fight and kill small animals. It's the only interaction you can have with them in the earlier games. Obviously, the later ones you've got sort of, you can play with toys and stuff. There's the awful sandcastle Pokemon and the picture of it eating Pikachu. Yeah. It's the circle of life. Or death. because it is a ghost. I don't know if it needs to eat. Ghost Pokemon have always been weird. It happens. My favourite is the balloon one. It just carries away kids. just steals them. And Litwick, which is my favourite Pokemon. Who stay in dark places where people get lost, like caves, and guide them to safety. But what they actually do is lead them round and round in circles and slowly drain their soul. It's like, Pokemon, why? Family friendly. Well, you can have like, you know, draining someone's soul. That's not like that. That's an abstract idea. You can't really sort of, you know, mild peril. That's I always love that on a rating board. This scene contains mild peril. It's not like, you know, this Pokemon cuts people's legs off while they're asleep. You know, it's not not a legitimate SCP. But, Mad Cow goes almost twice as hot as the sun if you take Texan's true facts. Oh dear. Seaweed ghost that drags people into the depths to devour them. That is questionable. Yeah, just seaweed that sort of, you get your legs in there. They're like, Yup! Still haven't drawn anything for like 10 minutes. This is the problem. I get drawn into conversation. Isn't there one that will literally create a black hole? Probably. There's some of them have come from a different dimension altogether. So, the Large Hadmon Collider. There's several Pokegods. There's quite a few at this point. That begs the question: what is a god? What is a god in the Pokemon world? Vati, where are you? It's just none of the gears are turning. They're there, but they're very much rusty and seized up. Okay, I did have an idea, but it's sort of a bit derivative of some of the other ideas we've had, which is seeking shade in some respect, but I like the idea of drawing Solid Snake / Noodle a box with the box in some respect. I don't know whether to have it on a stick as a parasol or just them hiding under it and eating sandwiches from a picnic. The main three of emeralds and so forth can just make sea, land, and air. They can just make it. How do you make land? You just make rock, I guess. Then eventually it becomes land. Using it as one of those windbreaker thingies. See, it's hard. I can see how I would do stuff like that, but it's like, this is a sticker. It's very difficult to get that across in a sticker. So that was one. Sorry, this is a minor aside. Arceus, that's Pokegod. Yes, that's the god. This is just a random aside with respect to Final Fantasy. Well, let's not say which one it is for the purposes of spoilers, but one of the older ones. To do with land and sea. Just while this was brought up, I just thought of this the other day. There's in it there are 2 planets, 2 worlds, and they have their own world maps and such. And there's a lot of water in both of them. But what happens later on at some point in the game is those worlds merge together, and it turns out that the lands work out nicely, so that the land of one world would go in the sea of the other, so that when they merge together, you just got a lot more land mass and it connects up. Cool. I like that idea. That's pretty cool. Just sort of overlay the 2 maps and boom, you've got yourself a new world. But then I thought, what happens to all the water? Where's that go? What about all the fish and the creatures in the seas? If you just sticking land together, you know? So I imagine in that game another world is made when that happens, which is just water. And then there's a lovely little water moon off somewhere, where all the fish are having a good time. That's just an aside. So I don't want to do... what I'm thinking... It's just like... And they set Subnautica there. Yeah. Good old water moon. It's Ico's theme again. Metal Gear shots. I don't know what the outfit should be for this sort of summer outfit for Mr. Sneck. Part of me is tempted to put them in the outfit that they had at the end of our draw through, but that wouldn't make sense outside of the draw through. Maybe like they had the sort of body armor that's like a tank top, so it's sort of that, but just that. This box is rated SPF Infinity. Again! Bloody Moogles! How many times? It's 140 songs, why did you keep appearing? Okay, yes, so we'll sort of leave it at that. If you have any ideas for other bits and bobs, I will work on them Um. Smoogs. Bless him. So I've never heard that piece of music before, and just, well, I probably have, but I've never paid attention to that piece of music before, and it just crops up 4 times in one stream. YouTube, your random algorithm is terrible. YouTube is trying. Let's give it a go. Hello, Christy. How you doing? We drew some things. We're gonna wrap it up now. But if you have any ideas for other video game characters you'd like to see having a good time in summer, let me know. And I'll have a crack at them because I've got to do the October ones for next month first, and then we'll get on with these. And I'll order them all together, and hopefully they'll arrive sometime early next month, and we can get back on track for sending these off at the beginning of the month rather than sometime in the middle. Yes. Once again, I've sent off, for those of you who are on the tier, I've sent off this month's stickers and last month's watercolours. I sent those off on Thursday. Apparently Dark's received his, which is cool. So they should be on their way. Yes. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, because hopefully I want to get things back up and running relatively smoothly soon. You have a sassy parsnip to stick somewhere. What are you gonna do to me? Heart. Thank you for heart. Tomorrow. Thank you for coming to this. Turns out very sort of chill, rambly stream. Tomorrow we're carrying on with Clam Man. It's Clam Man. Let's see if I can remember any of the voices. Yeah, I just kept the picture of my cat there, because why not? So yeah, more Clam Man. I think I remember the voices for the wholesome gangsters. I think they were a good time. But that's about it, really. So I remember the boss's voice wasn't right. That's it. We'll see. So if you weren't there for Wednesday's stream of Clam Man, do watch Wednesday's stream of Clam Man, because it's Clam Man. They were sort of cockney. I think the main, like, what was it? The main guy was like sort of deep, you know, in your face sort of thing, and then there was the slower one who spoke broken English. But I think the game wanted to be Russian. Well, the thing is, I had the Russian sort of. I'm not very good at a Russian accent, but I had the Russian one. But that turns out that wasn't the Russian one. So yeah, there was a different Russian one. The Russian one I spoke like this. But yeah, I was trying to avoid doing some mildly offensive Eastern European accents. So I just sort of stuck with English and American, but eventually you have to try something different. Did briefly consider Scottish, but Miss was there, and I do not want to deal with that, because I would deserve dealing with that. No, it's nothing to do with you. It's just a righteous indignation. But, you should try all the accents. No, I shouldn't. No, I'm not. I'm good at the ones that I'm confident enough to do on stream. And even then, the Russian one's not very good. Anywho. Oh, that was Sid's theme, apparently. Never thought about that. Ghost ship? Ghost ship? What? Where's there a ghost ship in this game? Anyway. Slow it down a bit then. Nah. So yes, we'll try that out. We'll carry on with Clan Man. I'm not even entirely sure it's a game. we did a kind of gamey thing at the end of the stream where we combined items, but that's the closest it's come to being a game in 2 hours. Otherwise, it's just talk to people and walk to where you need to be. But I'm fine with that because it's very silly and it has puns. Yes, it's a fun time and it's Clan Man. Yeah, support your local indie developers. It's fun point-and-click adventure sort of game. I'm sure there'll be more sort of point-and-clicky adventure-y sort of things as time goes on in terms of puzzles and stuff, but, you know, I'm fine if it's not. I'm fine if it's just silly dialogue. Ugh, I'm awake. And on that note, on that exciting ending note, I bid you adieu. More Clan Man tomorrow, Citadel of Chaos on Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to finish Clan Man tomorrow. We'll find out. Wait for when the rucksack comes into play. It did, didn't it? We gave it to the bouncer to get in. I think that's what we did. Yeah, I can't remember. Yes. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for joining me on this sort of chill chat stream. You blame your internet for missing that. That's fair enough. I think that's how we got into the club. But there we are. Yeah. Take care of yourselves and enjoy yourselves and have a good time. I will leave you with the best piece of music from Final Fantasy IX. Let me find it. It's quite early in the game, isn't it? There it is. Okay. See you around. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. And goodbye.